Admittedly, I don't really know how to talk about anything anymore. I've seen so many videos pop up, not even just videos, so much content pop up on my Instagram, on my Tumblr, on my YouTube, on my TikTok, which is, you can't try to recapture the creative spirit you had as like a adolescent or a child, because that's just not how life is perceived anymore. And the fuck is that hard to grapple with, because yeah, I am chasing the feeling of being able to like share content openly like I used to, but man, I do not have a good relationship with sharing my content. And to put that into perspective, I spent almost my whole middle school, high school career of being a creative, catering to other people with my creative projects, and not really creating for the love of creating and just creating for myself. And it has given me a very poor relationship with myself as a creative, as well as my creations. So take this as a brief introduction video of sorts. I'm gonna try and keep this as brief as fucking possible and keep it under 10 minutes because I have no storage space on my phone to record shit, but let's do it. I'm yapping. There's no script solely to be able to yap. Hello, hi, my name is Noah. I go by the handle Noah was here, or Noah Vox was here, Noah V was here, Noah was here. That's the handle. That's what I go by. Why? Because back in high school, I used to write Noah was here up on the whiteboard on our math class, and our math teacher kept it there, and then my English teacher let me do it, and then my science teacher let me do it, and then it just kind of became my thing, and now it's a thing. I am 23 years old. My birthday is in November. I am a Canadian transgender man who is in the process of his transition. And I say process because it's always going to be a process. I have had top surgery and I am on hormone replacement therapy and have been since about 2020. So thumbs up. Those things are going great for me. As previously mentioned, I'm a Canadian. I move around the country a bit, and right now I live in Manitoba, but in the next month and a little bit, I will be going back home to Alberta, where I grew up, to go to school, which means that me making videos right now will suddenly peter out because of the school thing. I'm going to school not for art or creativity in any form, cries, but I am going to school to become a professional butcher, which does intrigue the fuck out of me, even though it has nothing to do with being a creative person. On the topic of being a creative person, that's what I intend to focus on this YouTube channel thingy, whatchamacallit, whatever we want to do. Long story short, I have a number of stories that I've been working on since, let's say middle school. Let's say early middle school is when I started working on Dust as a character. So yeah, we can predate it to about that far back in the timeline. I have stories that I've been working on for many years, and as I continue to grow and flourish and definitely not backtrack mentally in any form or capacity, I continue to upgrade and update and review and revamp the stories. So take this YouTube channel with 500 grains of salt, but also take it as a place for me to shove all of my concept work. And when I mean all of my concept work, I mean most of my concept work. Like I said, I have a hard time posting and talking about my art and my creative stuff. The fact that I have sat down and recorded this at all is beyond me. I say concept because all of these stories are a work in progress. As previously stated, they constantly get revamped and remodeled. I am literally in the process of rewriting one of my stories, Escapism, for, I kid you not, maybe the 20th time since I started working on it in high school. It constantly is changing and rechanging and rechanging, and it will never stay the same. But I would like to get it to a place where I am mentally and physically and emotionally happy before, making it a physical media of some point. Some kind, not some point. I am a remarkably low-effort artist. What do I mean by that? I mean that a lot of the art that you will see me post is not quote-unquote polished. I used to have a relationship with digital art that meant all of the digital pieces I made had to be lined, they had to be colored, they had to be shaded, they had to have a background. Ever since finding this video from June Ginger Ninja, or actually Ray, I have realized that that is just not something that needs to be a thought process at all. And it's not a thought process I like having, because fella just needs to create, because life is hard. So don't expect to see high quality editing skills or art skills from any of the shit that I post, whether it be on my YouTube, Tumblr, TikTok, Instagram, or any other places I decide to post social media wise. Those are kind of the main places right now. I am not a very great creative. I almost said I'm not a very good creative, but let's try to not belittle ourselves when we talk about ourselves. I'm not a great creative, and I mean that in the sense of I have very little motivation in learning new things. It has to be a very certain mood for me to take in new content, and maybe that's undiagnosed autism, maybe it's undiagnosed ADHD, maybe I'm just wildly depressed. Who fucking knows? Regardless, I have a very hard time putting shit together and making it look like the gods put it together. And also, realistically, it doesn't need to be like that. It just needs to be content that I put out because I need to get this shit out of my brain. I need to get it out of my brain and onto a paper or onto a thing. It needs to be somewhere. If you are looking for creators that are doing what I want to do better than me, Maddie's Maxis or Artifacts is the one who has inspired me the most right now. Just her blatant love for creation and sharing has pushed me to this point. I personally don't like being on camera, though. I commend her greatly for doing that. As previously mentioned, June, Actually Ray, Ginger Ninja OWO, they are my biggest creative inspiration. Holy shit. Thank you so much, June, for everything that you have done for me in my brain pit. June and Crew should be mentioned as well. The crew is everything. I have a lot of other creative inspirations, but the other one that you will hear me talk about maybe a good chunk of time will be Betsy Lee, or the creator of the NoahwasHere series on YouTube. Go watch it, go watch it, go watch it, go watch it, go watch it. It's the biggest inspiration, the biggest inspiration I have for my stories in terms of structure. It's the way that I would like to present my stories in a media. In some way. It's the way that I would like to portray my stories. Episodic, doesn't matter the length of the episodes, we're just telling a story. Chef's kiss. As previously mentioned, I have multiple stories. I'm not going to go into huge depth with them right now, but here's a sneak peek for those who are actually genuinely interested. Evangelical Weapons is a action, comedy, thriller, liminal space-esque story about this guy, Emrys Evangelion, raising two of his clones, Ziploc and Ajax, from being borderline newborns to being young adults. It is a story that follows the concept of, like, learning to love in a very bleak setting, but it's mostly familial love. And also the concept of, like, learning who your family is, not based on blood, based on the emotional connection you have to them. Escapism is an Alice in Wonderland retelling I've been working on since high school. It follows this guy, Alex Kingsley, and right now is in the process of being written into a boy love. Because for the longest time, Alex has had a romantic relationship with my version of the NoahwasHere. His name is Thackeray Blanc. And they're an enemies to lovers story, and the more I work on them being an enemies to lovers story, the more I realize that everything else happening in this story doesn't matter. So look out for the revamp of this story when it becomes a full fucking BL romance. Enter Hollow Grounds is a story about one of my oldest OCs, Dust Wicker, who originally was a Ruby OC. And you will see her on another person's channel, How Do You Art, aka Artie. They're an old friend of mine, but they make better content than I probably ever will, so please go look at their stuff. Pandora's Box is fucking real rad. Please go look at that with your peepers. It's a D&D inspired story that is mostly just a travel from place to place kind of story. It centers on another country or another continent of the planet where all of my stories take place. Oh, I forgot to mention that. They're all intertwined. It is the least developed story right now. It's mostly just characters running around doing plot A, plot B, plot C, all the way to Z. It's just fun. They're just here to be fun. We'll develop the story as we get there. And the last story is a story called Eternal Bloom. It is the culmination of all the stories kind of put together, but also introducing new ideas and new things. As previously mentioned very briefly there, all of these stories take place in the same creative universe or the same creative planet and or planetary system. It's a work in progress. Stay with me. But they all take place in the same general area code from one another. And as I develop the stories further, it is finding where things slide in to make story A work alongside story B, story C, story D, all the same. And who knows, maybe there will be more, maybe there will be less, maybe there will be something in between. It's very hard to say. That's the basic introduction. This went a little over time because I only wanted to get this done in 10 minutes, but it's 13 and a half right now. Oops. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I'm sure in the background there will be some speed paints, and there probably won't be any art of my Sona, because like I said before, I'm a low effort artist, and I just can't fucking be bothered. I just gotta get this shit out there. So, if you liked this, like it. If you didn't, scroll past it. I don't have time to deal with hate comments. I will see it, and I will probably delete it. Thumbs up. If you have questions, leave your questions below, or if you have comments, you can do that as well. I don't think I have much else to say other than that. Thanks for listening, and if you enjoyed any of this, stay tuned for more, I guess. I'll certainly try my fucking best. Okay, bye. Get out.